What's up, people? It's MediaShinobi, or at least 1/3. And sorry for this late review of Spartacus War of the Damned. But I just had some problems with scheduling and stuff, and I couldn't watch the episode in time, so yeah, it was just a big mess. So anyway, let's get right to it, to Spartacus War of the Damned, Episode 5, Blood Brothers. So the main gist of this episode is just or at least like the first part is Spartacus and Crixus are still really like at each other's throats at this point. It kind of reminds me back in the days where they were still gladiators and like Blood and Sand, where they really hate each other. This kind of reminds me of that because they really did not like each other in the beginning of this episode. They were just like giving each other like evil glares, except for especially Crixus. And Spartacus is still like, he doesn't want to fight with Crixus, but things like this happen. And while this is going on, Spartacus decides to do a new strategy to take out Crassus. He sets the other Romans free, like all the surviving Romans free, and gets them sent to the some Roman scouts that were looking around the perimeter of Spartacus' city. And in the hopes of doing this, he would hope that the Romans, the Laeta, or at least the Imperator's wife, she would tell Crassus that Spartacus is going to Sicilia, and Spartacus knows that Marcus will go there, and he would totally flank Marcus's army, and would just go in the front, go in the back, and Spartacus coming from front, they would just outflank him. It was a great plan, but the problem is Crassus figured it out. He realized that that the fact that Spartacus released these people kind of easily, he knew something was up. He was smart that he actually did a counter plan to that, where he actually bought out the pirates, which was bullcrap. I knew the pirates would betray him eventually because they're pirates. You can't trust them. Like they go for the highest bidder, and Crassus is the most richest guy in Rome, so it's pretty obvious. So he actually buys the pirates off and uses their ship to hide a bunch of Romans in, and do a surprise attack on Spartacus and Gannicus. While Julius Caesar finally reveals himself to be Roman, and he actually kills Nemetes, who was kind of a dick because he said, "Oh yeah, I'll let you lead you to Spartacus to kill him if you don't kill me. I'll join you." But Julius Caesar having none of that, just like slices his neck, which is like, I kind of deserve that. And so Spartacus and Gannicus are like completely surrounded, and then after that, Julius Caesar, he actually goes off and tries to open the main gate while taking on Agron and Sexa and the other gladiator, which name I forgot, but he has an axe, and he tries to open the main gate. While it's going on, Spartacus is pretty much injured because Caesar actually got up from behind him and stabbed him like right here, which sucks. And just when it looked like Spartacus was about to go down, Crixus, Navia, and Lugo come out from like the back and take out the Romans, and they actually save Gannicus and Spartacus, who are about to be overwhelmed. And at this point, you see them actually mend their relationship. Like you see them doing a bro handshake. I don't know if any more conflicts could arise later on in the future, but it shows that they are trying to fix their relationship again. They don't want to be against each other, and they know this. I see Spartacus, especially Spartacus's face. Like, he's like all like a bit emotional, saying, "Dude, I'm sorry for what happened. Let's put it behind us. Let's just come here, give me hope." So yeah, as this happens, Julius Caesar actually opens the gate by throwing like oils and fire into the gate, and after that, and at one point it looked like Agron was about to kill him because he was surrounded by like 3 gladiators. They were doing well, and just when they're about to look like they're about to kill him, a big battering ram crashes through the gate. And I can tell the Romans are like just outside, and they're about to swarm the city. And Julius Caesar looks pretty badass. Or saying he's like holding his sword like this, and the flames are behind him, and he's like saying you should be running now. I don't know. It was a cool scene, and yeah. And while this is happening, we see Tiberius, still down after what happened in Decimation. He really doesn't see eye to eye with his father anymore. He sees him as just like a Imperator. Their relationship is like kind of rocky at this point, and Crassus is trying to mend that relationship also. And it sucks because And it gets really creepy where at one point, that slave girl, I forgot the name, sorry, that loves Crassus, Crassus has an affair with her. She tries to, try to make peace between, Crassus and Tiberius. And it looked like it worked until Tiberius just started raping her. Like, straight up raping her. And I'm like, that's gonna get awkward. Totally awkward. Like, I wonder how Crassus is gonna retaliate if he finds out, if or when he finds out that his son raped the woman he loves. Eventually, yeah, we could tell he really loves this woman, and that's how the episode ends. I want to know how Spartacus gets out of the situation, because it looks like he's about to lose this city, and the fact that this city is there's only shelter that can hold his army, and the fact that winter is like right around the corner, and now food is like even more prominent more important because they're running out of food. And now, without a shelter, a city for shelter, it looks like they could freeze to death. The only thing I didn't like about this episode is like the fact that there's a relationship problem with Agron and Nasir, because I just felt it was a bit out of place. Like, out of all things that happening in this episode, like just to see Agron being to be a possessive boyfriend to the Nasir, I feel like that was a bit like we didn't need that. Other than that, it was a great episode. I liked it. I like how Julius Caesar just finally took names and kicked ass. And I want to see what happens to Tiberius when Crassus finds out that he raped the woman he loves. And yeah, it's all building up. We're halfway through the season. I feel like, and it's sad because only 5 episodes are left, so it's about to end. So that's all I gotta say. Sorry about this crappy camera and setup because I couldn't film at the right time. But yeah, good episode. Can't wait to see what happens next. And that's it. So this is 1/3 of MediaShinobi. That's Jake Ojiro signing out. Peace.